What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the video where today we'll be looking at 10 new cars coming in 2021. But before the video starts, be sure to smash the like button and the subscribe button so you miss none of my future content. Let's get into it. First up on our list today is the BMW i4. So this car's sales will be commencing next year, obviously. It is a fully electric vehicle just like its predecessor, the BMW i8, which is on screen now. The BMW i8 has a 7.1 kilowatt per hour lithium ion battery, whereas the i4 has a 80 kilowatt per hour lithium ion battery. It has an electric range of 600 kilometers, whereas the i8 only has an electric range of 500 kilometers. So obviously, the i4 is a lot better and more convenient. The i4 is being built to compete with the Tesla. It will have a starting price of $50,000 which is approximately 76,000 Australian dollars, which is around the same price as the Tesla Model Y, which only came out this year. Number 2, the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA. Now I'm sure if you love cars just like me, I think you would have heard of the Alfa Romeo Giulia. But this is the GTA version. GTA stands for Gran Turismo Alleggerita. What does this mean in English? Well, it means Great Tourer Lightened. Yes, this is a race car, a racing version of the Giulia. The GTA is a limited edition car with improved aerodynamics, handling, weight reduction, and great power and speed. This car is simply a beast on the track. It has an updated and upgraded 2.9 litre twin-turbo V6 that unleashes a huge 533 brake horsepower. It does 0 to 100 in just 3.6 seconds and has a top speed of over 270 km per hour. It is 100 kilos lighter than the Quadrifoglio, which again is a more powerful version of your regular Giulia. I'm looking forward to seeing more of this car, but I think now it's time to move on. Number 3, the Cadillac Escalade. Unfortunately for Australian viewers, you can't find Cadillac Escalades in Australia, but you may as well listen up, because nevertheless, it is still a beautiful car. The Cadillac Escalade isn't really a car for your average person. Only the wealthy can afford these things. Only the wealthy can afford a car with a bloody 4K TV infotainment system in it. Yes, the Cadillac Escalade has a 4K OLED screen display with over 38 inches of total touchscreen display. But apart from that absolute insanity, the car is still a comfortable cruiser. It has seat warmers, massage seats, large sunroof, and a bunch of other luxurious features which are way too high class for me to understand. But looking at the more technical side of things, the car has a 10-speed automatic transmission, 460 brake horsepower, and a front-engined 6.2 litre V8. It comes in rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive, and has a price tag of an estimated $100,000 which is equivalent to 152,859.60 cents Australian. On to the next car. Number 4, the Mercedes-Benz EQC. Now there are a few cars on this list that are electric because a lot of car companies are wanting to do this because it will improve our global footprint dramatically. But anyway, back to the Mercedes-Benz EQC. So the EQC actually stands for Electric Intelligence. Unlike the BMW, this car is a little more family friendly, obviously being a 5-seater SUV. But the BMW is actually a little more convenient because it has 166 kilometers of range more than the Mercedes. And the Mercedes costs 137,000 Australian dollars, which is a lot more expensive. It does 0 to 100 kilometers in 5.1 seconds, which still isn't that bad, and has a top speed of 180 kilometers per hour. Number 5, the 2021 Porsche Cayman GT4 RS. Like the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA, it is a tracked version of the regular version, which in this car's case is the normal Porsche Cayman. In some ways, the Cayman GT4 RS is very similar to the Giulia GTA. It has 500 brake horsepower, a price of 130,000 Australian dollars, 0 to 100 km in just 3.6 seconds. It has a 4-litre flat 6 engine and some beautiful carbon ceramic brakes, which you can see now on screen. The GT4 RS has 200 brake horsepower more than the normal Cayman, which has 300 brake horsepower, which still is quite powerful. Like a lot of Porsche race cars, there is an option to pay extra money for something called the Weissach package. It does cost an extra 27,500 Australian dollars, but it gives the car extra advantages like reducing weight and improving aerodynamics. You also get the same cool seats. Number 6, the 2021 Lexus LC500. This Japanese sports car came out in 2017, but next year's model is new and improved. It has a 5-litre V8 that produces 471 brake horsepower. But with Lexus, it's not all about the numbers and stats. The luxury and attention to detail is what makes them so special, and quite a bit more reliable than the 3-cylinder Audi Q1, which you'll see further on in the video. This car comes as a convertible and a hardtop, premium white leather and hand-done stitching, state-of-the-art technology and lots of style. That's why I personally love this car. The attention to detail is so specific. This car was built to compete with sports cars like the Porsche 911 Carrera S, BMW M4s and i8s, and cars like that. It has a top speed of 168 miles per hour, which is the same as 257 kilometers per hour. It does 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.8 seconds. Number 7, the Audi Q1. Now this Audi Q1 has a 1-litre, 3-cylinder engine and has a top speed of 203 kilometers per hour, which isn't that surprising. But it costs 32,000 Australian dollars, which is equal to 20,000 US dollars. So yes, the Audi Q1 is a hatchback with a 3-cylinder engine and a top speed of 203 kilometers per hour. But that doesn't mean it isn't a good car. In fact, it would make a great daily driver, until it lets you down because Audis aren't the most reliable cars. So I think that is enough said about the Audi Q1. Let's move on. Number 8, the Tesla Model Y. Yes, another Tesla model. A few of the cars on this list you may have noticed, like the Model Y, have other models from earlier years, but I'll obviously be showing you the 2021 model. Anyway, the Tesla Model Y has an electric range of 370 kilometers before needing to be charged again, but that is the standard Model Y. You can get different Model Ys like the Model Y Long Range Performance, which has an electric range of 507 kilometers. Although electric cars are good for the environment, they still can be quite inconvenient because there still isn't a large number of charging stations just lying around. It is 187 inches long and 75.6 inches wide. I honestly have no idea why you would want to know that, but there you go. On to the next car. Number 9, the Ford Bronco. You may recognise this car from the 1970s and the 80s, because it was quite a popular car back then, and that's why everyone is so hyped about the new model coming out next year. It's estimated that the Bronco will cost around 30,000 US, which is like 45,000 Australian. Ford have been planning this car for a while now, but nothing's official, but I'm definitely excited for when it does come out. And last but not least, the Genesis G80. This car I think is pretty weird to look at, but it is a luxury vehicle and it is coming out next year, so it can go on this list. And for people who are looking for a luxury car that isn't selling at such a hefty price, you better listen up. They cost anywhere from $45,000 to $80,000. Genesis is owned by Hyundai, but Hyundai definitely can't make something as supreme as the Genesis G80. That has been the top 10 new cars coming out in 2021. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for clicking on the video, and thank you so much if you made it this far in the video. So until next time, stay tuned.
Open up, you OPN. Bitch, you won't be BM. We should be closer than friends. If you OP